Вам, людям-созидателям, способным меняться, способным сотворять себя, способным преобразовывать мир вокруг себя, посвящается.
Человечество в том виде, в котором оно существует, или можно сказать общество людей, то, которое существует, оно не должно существовать. Оно не гармонично в своей сути. Оно не может позволять по тем законам, на которых существует, позволять нормально развиваться человеку. Поэтому неизбежно было наступление грани определенной, дальше которой развиваться человечество дальше не должно. То есть не должно существовать это общество. Оно должно самоуничтожиться. Либо преобразоваться и сформироваться совершенно другое общество. Поэтому сейчас пришло время, когда умирает старое, показать параллельно истину законов развития, которую выбрать человек должен только сам. Ее нельзя навязать. Нельзя сделать то, чего ты не видишь. Не можешь осмыслить, не можешь почувствовать. Это нельзя сделать. Нельзя достигать вершин, которых не понимаешь, не можешь увидеть, зафиксировать. Поэтому истина — это те законы, до которых время от времени с разных сторон человек прозревает, развиваясь. Если он делает правильные усилия, он начинает замечать что-то, что раньше не замечал. Но он начинает чувствовать присутствие чего-то еще более высокого, интересного, важного, ценного. И вот когда приходит истина, то, проявившись, она неизбежно начинает притягивать тех, кто созрел ее видеть. И тут не требуется никаких доказательств. Это излишнее.
Yes, Earth is our home, and we must build a culture of conciliation, of dialogue, of alliance, a culture of peace. We must make this very important transition from force to word, to speak, to conversation, to debate, to listen the others. If we were able to really introduce in our everyday life the concept that all the human beings are able to create, that all the human beings are able to invent their future, we have the right, we have the responsibility of building a future, a world that must be completely different of the present one.
'97, 97, I began my journey in 97.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And then what was the next step after that?
A next, a higher frequency and degree of insanity was my next step. I became slightly more insane and pursued peace as an idea. I was ignorant enough to believe in peace as an idea, as a word. And I was educated by political figures, a few of them who patronized me and took me aside on my campaign and said, listen, son, this is how the world works. You know, it doesn't work that way. Nobody is going to make a peace. Not yet. There's too much money to be made. And so in many conversations, especially, as I said, with political leaders, I learned that that would be very much a failed objective. And I pursued art and cultural initiatives and some peace initiatives, education initiatives through Humanitad for many years. And then finally this arrived at, for me, a realization that the only way to have any impact in this world was to exit this world.
I really like what you say, and you have this beautiful gift.
The momentum or the wave that we begin in what we do will gather in direct proportion to the amount of people whose hearts and minds will identify with that frequency that we are putting out. So the most important thing that we can individually concern ourselves with is our own inner journey, and not to give a damn about the external world or the explicit world. It is so much more important that we focus on our own footsteps, not the objective.
So no objective, but what is the vision when you create the platform, when you create a new Earth nation or the project? So what is the vision? Is the vision a better word?
It is more than a better world. It is a better state of being. It is a higher state of consciousness whilst we are in our third density field of expression, whilst we are inhabiting bodies and we are living in a physical plane.
Okay, but on the website, if people are going on the website, so they can see locations. And I was wondering, if I click in Chile, for instance, you have a location in Chile.
Yes, we do.
What do you have in Chile?
We are developing and master planning there 100% zero footprint, sustainable, ecological, conscious community held in the protectorate, in the trust. It is outside of the jurisdiction of any nation state under pure law. And you will discover later this year and into next year, conscious people beginning to migrate and move into these protectorates and beginning to define their own lives and their own joy outside of time and of money, and certainly outside of fear. We cannot address within ourselves our sovereignty, and we cannot address our consciousness effectively unless we are considering the whole system and having a holistic approach, not only to our own lives, but to the life of the planet as a whole. But in a conscious society, in a conscious civilization, we do not need schools. We need to take children into life where they discover life. They can stand on the market squares like they did with Socrates and learn far more by discovering life than by sitting in these ridiculous square rooms surrounded by copper wire and fluorescent light bulbs, poisoning minds and hearts, and then doing what? Programming them like some mutant software downloaded into these children? When you are standing in your sovereignty and declaring yourself as a living being, as an emissary, as a son or a daughter of God, under universal law, you are the sovereign in this world. There is no government or system or institution that has any power over you.
My name is Boris Petrovich. I am the president of the Nikola Tesla Institute in Brasilia, in Brazil. The Nikola Tesla Institute has been established in 2012 in the capital of Brazil with the vision of research and development of wireless energy transmission, new energy technologies, and human energy technologies. We are here today in the new laboratory of the Nikola Tesla Institute in Núcleo Bandeirantes to present the project of the ongoing work of our group in Brasilia. Here you can see a prototype of a Tesla coil 5 kilowatt power, and another one in construction which will be 50 kilowatt of power that we plan to construct on a test field 200 kilometers north of Brasilia with the support of the New Earth Nation. The Nikola Tesla Institute works as part of the New Earth Tesla Academy, which provides educational courses in new energy technologies. We wish to promote with this video our new course, Nikola Tesla and Free Energy.
Dr. Hong is a master of wisdom, who has thorough knowledge of principle of yin and yang, and who has great love for the world. He also knows that the philosophy of yin and yang has great importance for the promotion of implementation of world citizen education. So at the beginning of this year, Mr. Waterloo specially invited Dr. Hong to the 11th Education for World Citizens Congress held in Russia in June this year, and to present an article of World Citizen Education, Harmony of Life and the Ways of Yin and Yang, for the Congress and the professionals of education. This article will be included in upcoming series of publications in multiple languages for World Citizen Education as the model of World Citizen Education. Hearts of happiness and ease make us smile all the time and give us many chances to develop good relationships with others. Learning the wisdom of yin and yang from Dr. Hong for more than 10 years and the supports from all Dizi of Taiji men have enabled us to always display excellent quality of Taiji men Dizi, even when we were in another countries. Achievements of Dizi make Shifu happy.
Мы обнаружили, что у нас общая философская база. Мы обнаружили, что у нас общее устремление. Меня глубоко тронула простота, с которой вы начали работу с лидерами планеты. Пробуждение сознания лидеров – основа основ мира, который ждет благополучия и гармонии. Что совместными усилиями мир станет лучше. И очень хочется этот мир увидеть в нашей собственной жизни. Очень хочется уже сейчас, в нашем поколении, попытаться так усилить наше сотрудничество, чтобы ближайшие поколения, наши дети, не испытывали тех трудностей, той агрессивности и того насилия, которое есть в мире. Великая благодарность за то дело, которое вы несете в мир. Пусть не только ваш ум и ваша душа, но и ваше тело живут в вечности.
What is humanity's new story that is comparable to the story of the birth and life of Christ that has inspired so many people for the last 2,000 years? Our story is the birth of a new humanity. We are all members of one living planetary body.
Полис мира предполагает не обязательно какое-то одно представление о Божьем.
Peaceful, it means that it is not based on only one and the same
understanding
of the divine.
Это дружная атмосфера, которую начинают строить разные люди. Дружная
It
атмосфера,
is the
добрая атмосфера,
friendly, kind atmosphere created by people all together.
где в культурных ценностях можно выражать по-разному что-то, что человек для себя считает самым важным.
Where in cultural activity you can express all kinds of diversity. You can express all that you have in friendly atmosphere.
На разных праздниках можно по-разному восхвалять Бога.
You can, during all kinds of celebration, you can express your awesome feelings to God in all kinds that you can even imagine. You're welcome.
Но главная задача на сегодняшний день — человечеству выжить.
Now we have the main task for entire humanity to survive.
А для этого надо жить на земле и помогать друг другу своими умениями.
And for this, we should learn to live on earth and be capable to support each other with your skills to live on earth.
The New Earth Project is a supranational movement which directly challenges the old order and welcomes a new planetary metric for peaceful coexistence, human sovereignty, and abundance. It invites conscious, ethical, self-determining people of the world to cooperate in establishing a global network of communities which foster human and planetary well-being and sustainability, redefining the principles that govern our lives. This is not a future dream, but a living reality which, given the consent of the people of the world, can now be realized in thousands of communities across the globe. We have built a dedicated network of pioneers from all nations and faiths, each committed to manifesting this new reality. Our team includes many of the world's leading experts in sustainable development, permaculture, socioeconomics, quantum technologies, education and healing, and sovereignty and law. Stand with us in this great awakening as we unite in dreaming a new dream where our world transcends fear, time, and money into art, beauty, and consciousness.
Прошло немного времени, уже стало традицией, когда молодежь, приезжая на Алтай из разных стран, проводит этнические фестивали и познавательные экспедиции. Общаясь между собой, они учатся жить как единая семья. Они вместе аккумулируют идеи, строят гармоничные отношения с природой. Тем самым на практике создают мир без границ. Они осознанно участвуют в рождении новой Земли, планеты мира и любви.
Say единая семья, я и ты.
Маленькая кружится планета, голубой жемчужиной средь звезд. Люди в ожидании ответа на животрепещущий вопрос: кто мы и зачем мы в этом мире? Что мы можем сделать для Земли, чтобы зазвучали в сердце лиры, чтобы зацвели на ней сады? В каждом сердце есть живой ответ. Все творит вселенская любовь. И дитя, и взрослый звездный свет. Как нам пробудить святую новь? Песнь поет лучистый новый век о простых творцах своей судьбы, где легенда — каждый человек. Все нужны друг другу, я и ты. Есть в легенде самописное перо. Каждый пишет книгу своих странствий. Чудо дел и мыслей — вот оно. Эликсир любви живет в пространстве.